What's going on, guys? Auzio here and welcome back to a brand new video. So today we have got FUT Champ Highlights Part 1. And can we finally go 15-0 in a Part 1 without getting a DC? That's the real question. But boys, for the first time in like 7+ weeks, 8+ weeks, we are not actually gonna change our team. And the reason I didn't want to change my team this week is simply because TOT is just around the corner. And you know you need to save as much coins for team of the season as possible, so I didn't really want to go and buy like a 2 mil icon and then, you know, sell them the next week. It just wasn't going to happen. So for me, this week was like kind of a relaxed week in a way where I didn't touch my coins at all, and we're just waiting for team of the season, because when team of the season comes around, you best believe this team right here is going to get changed a decent amount. But we're going 2-0 up in the first 20 minutes. We're coming onto the other side once again. CR7 with the ball. Gonna see if I can go for that McGeady spin and cancel. He goes for a wild tackle at an extremely wrong time, and he is going to give a penalty away. And you already know the tactic. As soon as we get a pen, we aim towards that top bins. We go for the chip. Are we going to get the goal? That's the real question. Nick Pope doesn't move before diving, and we do get the goal, and we are going to go 3-0 up. Going to make it 4 now in the first half. First games, though, honestly. First games are always like the easiest games, and it's things you love to see, because you know you're going into the first game, you're not matching like a crazy good player unless you get like extremely unlucky. If you get extremely unlucky and you match like a top 200 first game, there's not much to say. I'm going to be honest, there's not much to say. But yeah, my first 5 games have usually been the easiest 5 games like I've always had. I don't get any other like games like the first 5, you know, but we take them, I guess. We are going to go 6-0 up. Very weird animation from Nick Pope, but we take it. Look at this guy, by the way, not leaving. I understand, yeah, that, you know, you don't get that elo kind of thing where, what's called, you get that -1 or it resets back to 0, whatever it is, when you leave games. But it's like, it's 6-0, you know, 7-0. And the guy just didn't leave. And it hurts. It honestly hurts, because with me, I want to get rage quits. You know, like everyone wants to get rage quits. So let's all be fair. No one wants to sit there for all 30 games and play every single one. People want rage quits. People want to hurry up these games because, you know, it just becomes a little bit boring, let's say. So yeah, rage quits are honestly like the reason I finish these games so early. Like, I think I finished these games in around, I think it was 4 hours 30 minutes, or like 5 hours on the dot. So not bad at all for 30 games played. But you know, it could have been quicker. If people, like, you know, was losing 7-0, they wanted a rage quit, but you can't really complain. As long as you get a decent amount of rage quits during the weekend league, you have to walk away and say fine. Because there is some people out there that, you know, get literally no rage quits at all, and they have to sit there for the whole of the 30 games playing every single minute of them. And that hurts, honestly hurts, because if that had happened to me in one of my weekend leagues, I don't know how bored I would be. I'm going to be honest. I don't know how bored I would be. So yeah, I'm happy to actually get rage quits. Either way, Mbappe to CR7. Going to go for a weird directional nutmeg. You already know I accidentally did that. I didn't mean to do that. And we get extremely lucky and we get the goal. But look at a minute. 66th minute. And we are struggling to score against this guy. I'm telling you, this guy was not bad at all. But we are going to make it 2-0. Now coming on the other side once again, I noticed the thing that this guy was not covering, and it was these wide balls. As soon as I saw he wasn't covering these wide balls, I was like, oh, okay, this is going to be an easy game. You don't cover these extremely good wide balls this year, you know it's going to be game over. But look how high Alphonso Davies is pressing up the pitch. He gives it to Neymar, and Neymar's just going to power shot it towards that near post, and we are going to make it 4-0. Going into the next game, is that Ashley Young? Am I looking at a 77 overall Ashley Young? Like, what am I seeing? Hey, I'll take it, I guess. Mbappe on the ball, gonna give it to CR7, gonna scoop turn towards the near post. I saw Alphonso Davies like right up there, pretty much wide open, but I don't think he was making that diagonal run, so I just went ahead and kind of like took it on myself, you know. Mbappe on the ball, hill to hill. LAKEY, terrible pass, by the way, like absolutely terrible pass, but it works, so we take him. It is gonna be 2-0, and the guy is gonna rage quit. Going into the next game, look at this. This is not a team that you want to be playing early off. FUT Birthday Royce, you got Prime Vieira, you got Eusebio in there, you got, I think it was Prime George Best as well. So some serious players. First 7 minutes though, look at that. I'm telling you, bro, this player of the month Mbappe so good. So good. Like, so much better than the gold card. Even though I'm playing him on, like, 7 chemistry, boys, he's so much better than a gold card. Like, his dribbling ability is unreal. But CR7, to make it 3-0, is going to miss that opportunity. We get another chance here, but he's going to go in a rash tackle into what's called CR7, take him out completely. I saw the way this guy was pushing to the right, by the way, but I was like, you know what, I'm still going to commit. For a second, I was like, right, he's pushing right. Is he going to think I'm going to go for the chip? He didn't actually believe it, so we go ahead and score that, and we make it 3-0. Into the next game, we are looking at another pretty decent team. I reckon this guy, by the way, saying that he's got prime Dalglish, he'll probably go ahead and do that moments Dalglish in SBCs. But yeah, another really nice team. Mbappe's just going to use his pace to get in front of that guy and get that wide open opportunity. We're going for that high press. You see what I mean? With this formation right here, the press you can do with it is absolutely unreal, because the 2 strikers are pressing the centre backs. Then you have the cam that's going to press like a CDM, and then you have the left wing back and the right wing back that can press the left back and right back, or even the wingers. It's honestly unreal to press with this formation, and that's why I love it so much. But that guy is going to rage quit. Into the next one, we see an Mbappe. We see, is it a prime Fernando Torres? I think it's a prime, and we obviously see a baby Vieira as well. Not a team that I'm going to be like extremely scared of, but it's still a very good team. Afonso Davies doing the little footwork that he does, gives it to Neymar, and we are going to score that goal. CR7, double way. I don't know why I double way that, to be fair. I'm going to bridge it into the open space. See the way the guy moved the keeper. As soon as I see someone move the keeper and their players like kind of drifting wide, I'm like, okay, we pretty much got like a wide open goal. Because the thing that you need to do when moving a keeper in this game is move the keeper, but play in like a claw kind of, like, I don't know what you call it. It's like, you call it claw when it comes down to how you position your hands on a controller. You need to move the keeper while moving the player at the same time, so your player's not like drifting out wide and just going to Narnia, you know? You need to be moving both, and that's the way of doing it, because a lot of people just sit there and they move the keeper, you know? And they don't care about the player at all, but you can still get a block with that player. So that's why it's very important to kind of switch your like hand movement in a way. Move your keeper while playing with the player, if that makes sense. Like, it's a very weird way to explain it, but it makes sense in my head, if that you know what I mean. Either way, boys, going into the next one, we do have a very casual team. A team that you don't see this late into FIFA. Like, that team right there is a team you see as like the start of a RTG, you know, with like gold Mahrez and all. Like, you don't see that team nowadays, but hey, I guess I'll take it. A Towel running down the line. Look at a Towel, man. Just so calm and composed. I was literally waiting to see what my opponent was going to do. And just, you know, pass it inside, boom, we get a wide open sweat. It's just patience. That's all it is inside the box. I'm going to be real. Like, if you have patience and you can see these gaps, like, quickly, you're going to get a goal probably, like, 8 times out of 10. Unless, like, you know, a crazy block comes into play, which it obviously does time to time. But look how lucky we get there. For me, the keeper should have had it. The keeper 100% should have had it, but we get lucky. Renato Sanchez FUT birthday. We see an 87 overall Diata. And if you guys have been watching the previous FUT Champ highlights, you know that Diata card is one of the hardest cards to stop in this game. With me, I can't stop it. I'm going to be real. It's one of those cards that I just can't get near. Like, every time I get near him, he does like an automatic animation and gets straight past my, past my player. And it's so annoying to see, because the guy's got everything he needs to have to be an outrageously good player. That shooting ability, the pace, the dribbling, like the skill moves, the weaker foot. Like, the guy's literally got everything, you know? And that is why so many people actually use him in their team. But we are going to try to make it 4-0. In the 24th minute, I was going ham in this game. Look at it. Look how lucky we get, though. Like, what even is that? That's literally the ball just bouncing around inside the box, and we end up just getting a random rebound, and we get the goal. But Mbappe on the edge of the box. So you see the guy, by the way, not even playing. Not even playing. He's literally dropped a controller. And I remember that game. He was called, what do you call it? Like, leaned the controller to one side, leaned the analog stick, and just, like, made the player consistently run up so he doesn't get DC'd. People that do that, that hurts. Honestly, it hurts my feelings when people do that, because it's so annoying that that's even a thing, where people can drop the controller, lean the analog stick to one side, and that's it. You're not going to get kicked from the game. It honestly annoys me, but it makes sense, you know. The way they have done this game, where if you don't touch the controller, you get booted. you know, that's a good thing they added in, but there's obviously ways around it with leaning the controller to one side. But hey, you know, we can't do much about it, so we have to obviously play it out. But we are going to be 2-1 up in this game right here. I'm going to through ball CR7 in the 65th minute. Another game that we are, you know, kind of struggling, I would say. But when you get round a keeper, by the way, and you see the player going for that block, just go across goal. Every single time, go across goal. Never go towards the near post, because sometimes the player gets like a weird block and all of a sudden you missed out on an opportunity to score a goal. So as soon as you get round the keeper there and what's called the player gets like onto near the line, always go across goal every single time. That's something I always do, and we always get the goal. But you saw the red player pick. Yeah, should we even talk about the red player pick? Because let's just say it was not the greatest at all. But boys, I am close. I believe it is to getting the 86 plus again. And last time, I think we got a Neymar out of it. So we most likely are going to have an 86 plus for Thursday's video, as long as we have enough. I'm not 100% if we have enough, but I'm pretty sure we have near enough, you know. But either way, boys, we are going to try to go 2-0 up in this game right here. And I thought this guy was going to read it. Look how much of a bottle job I am, you know. Like, I'm out here aiming it towards the top bins, and then all of a sudden I'm panicking, going bottom left corner. And that's not the only time I did that this FUT champs. I did that multiple times, but to be fair, it did actually work. So, you know, not bad at all. Either way, we are going to go 1-0 up. Look how green, by the way, this pitch is. Like, we don't usually see the pitch this green in FIFA 21, but for some odd reason, this time it was like proper green. But we are going to go 2-0 up in 17 minutes. 94 CR7. Scoring that goal. Neymar down the line, still going for those fake shots around the corners. Those fake shots have been in for how long? Like, was it FIFA 19? It might have even been FIFA 18. I think it was FIFA 18 or FIFA 19 that it's been in, and it's still extremely good. I think they actually did a patch this year about it, but they didn't really patch it to like, you know, a complete level of just, you know, nerfing it to the point where they just throw it to a side. You know, you can still use it, and it's still very good, and it still gives you a little bit of an acceleration boost. Not as much as it did in FIFA 19, but it still gives you. Mbappe on the ball though, gonna give away a penalty. A very cheap penalty, I must admit. But can we make it 2-0? That's the real question. Am I gonna bottle it? I am not gonna bottle it. This time I'm not. We had plenty, and I mean plenty of penalties this week, by the way. Like, I didn't count them all, but I think it was 10 plus. 10 plus penalties. You know, when you're getting 10 plus penalties, you're either getting extremely lucky, or your opponent, or is this, you know, simply just like panicking in a way and just clicking B for the sake of clicking B. But we are 3-0 up. Gonna see if we can score off the kickoff on the second half. We are gonna make it 4-0. Is this guy gonna rage quit? He is not gonna rage quit. He's gonna play out the game. But look at this. What is this? Player of the month Mbappe. It was not prime hullet, middle hullet. We have an outrageous team in the first 15 games. 14 minutes in though, Kimmich with the ball, passing Mbappe. For a second, I thought this was offside, but apparently it wasn't. So I'll take it, you know. Neymar on the ball, see if I can give it to Mbappe here. Mbappe on the ball, seeing if I can just try to get around this corner. There you go. We eventually get around a corner, but look at this. How many lucky goals have we scored in these 15 games? It's been honestly ridiculous. It really has. But hey, once again, I'll take him, you know. Like, if you're going to give me the luck and you're not going to give my opponent the luck, I'll walk away. It's simple as that. But we are going to beat that guy in 37 minutes with that team right there. 3-0, rage quit. And that is going to be it for part 1. We are going to finally end it on 15-0. It took us time. I think we've gone like 14-1 for the past like 8-9 plus weeks. It's been honestly ridiculous how many DCs we have actually got. But we have finally got ourselves a 15-0. But the real question is, can we go 30-0 in part 2? But boys, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, make sure to leave a comment. But for now, peace.